A lion spares a mouse's life after it accidentally disturbs him, and the mouse promises to repay the kindness. Later, the lion gets caught in a hunter's net, and the mouse saves him by chewing through the ropes. The two become friends, and the story teaches that even small acts of kindness can lead to great rewards. The story: a great lion was taking a nap under a large, shady tree in the forest. His enormous head rested on his paws, and he was fast asleep. While he was sleeping, a tiny mouse, not paying attention to where it was going, ran across the lion's back and right over his nose. The tickling sensation woke the lion up with a start. Annoyed at being disturbed from his peaceful slumber, the mighty lion quickly slammed his huge paw down, trapping the little mouse underneath. The lion opened his giant jaws, ready to swallow the mouse in one single bite. The terrified mouse could feel the lion's hot breath and knew its life was about to end. It was a very scary moment for the small creature, who was now completely at the mercy of the king of the jungle. The lion caught the mouse and was about to kill it. The mouse was shaking with fear, but managed to squeak out a plea for mercy. "Please, O king of the beasts," the mouse cried, "forgive me this time. I did not mean to wake you. It was an accident, I swear. If you let me go, I will never forget your kindness. I promise that one day I will find a way to help you in return." The lion looked down at the tiny creature trembling beneath his paw. The thought of this small, weak mouse ever being able to help him, the powerful and feared lion, seemed completely ridiculous. The idea was so funny to the lion that he began to laugh. His deep, rumbling laugh echoed through the forest, shaking the leaves on the trees. He could not imagine a situation where he would ever need help from such a little thing. The mouse begged for its life, promising that one day it would help the lion in return. "Help me!" The lion roared with laughter. "You? A tiny little mouse? How could you possibly help me?" The mouse insisted. "I know I am small, but you never know what can happen. Please, just give me a chance to repay you." A small friend can be a great friend. The lion's anger had faded, replaced by amusement. He thought about the mouse's bold promise, and in a moment of generosity decided to spare its life. The lion was in a good mood from his laugh, and thought the mouse's promise was the funniest thing he had ever heard. He felt that killing such a small and helpless creature was beneath him, the great king of the forest. Amused by the idea that a small mouse could help a mighty lion, the lion let the mouse go. He lifted his massive paw, and the mouse, overjoyed and relieved, quickly scurried away into the undergrowth. Thank you, noble lion. I will not forget this." The mouse called back as it disappeared. The lion simply chuckled to himself and settled back down for his nap, soon forgetting all about the tiny mouse and its silly promise. He was confident in his own strength and believed he would never need assistance from anyone, especially not from a creature as insignificant as a mouse. He closed his eyes and drifted back to sleep, dismissing the entire event as a minor and funny interruption to his day. The forest returned to its peaceful state, and the lion continued his rest, unaware of how their paths would cross again. A few days later, the lion was prowling through a different part of the forest, looking for food. He was not paying close attention to the ground and walked straight into a trap set by some hunters. A thick, heavy rope net, hidden among the leaves, was suddenly pulled tight, hoisting the lion off his feet and leaving him tangled and hanging from a tree. He thrashed and struggled with all his might, but the more he moved, the tighter the ropes became. He was completely caught and could not break free. Realizing he was helpless, the lion let out a series of powerful, desperate roars that echoed for miles around. His roars were filled with anger, fear, and frustration. He called for help, hoping another animal might hear him and come to his rescue, though he knew few would dare to approach a trapped lion. The mouse heard the roar, came to the lion's aid, and used its sharp teeth to chew through the ropes of the net, freeing the lion. The little mouse, who happened to be nearby, recognized the voice of the lion who had spared its life. Without a second thought, the mouse ran as fast as its tiny legs could carry it towards the sound. When it arrived, it saw the mighty lion trapped and helpless in the hunter's net. "Don't worry, my king." The mouse squeaked, "I am here to help you. I will keep my promise." The lion looked down and saw the little mouse. He had forgotten all about their earlier meeting and was doubtful that such a small creature could do anything. But the mouse immediately got to work. It climbed up the net and began to gnaw at the thick ropes with its small, sharp teeth. One by one, the strands of the rope snapped. The mouse worked tirelessly, chewing and chewing, its determination fueled by its gratitude. The lion thanked the mouse for saving his life, and they became friends. After much effort, the main rope holding the net finally broke, and the lion crashed to the ground, free from the trap. He shook himself and looked at the little mouse in amazement and gratitude. "You saved me," the lion said, his voice full of humility. "I was wrong to laugh at you. I see now that even the smallest friend can be the greatest of friends. Thank you. I am forever in your debt." From that day forward, the lion and the mouse became the most unlikely of friends. They were often seen together in the forest, the great king of beasts walking alongside the tiny creature, a symbol of their unique and powerful bond. Their friendship was a reminder to all the other animals in the forest that strength and size are not the only things that matter. The moral of the story illustrates that kindness is never wasted and can lead to unexpected rewards. The lion's decision to show mercy to the mouse, an act he performed out of amusement and a sense of superiority, ultimately saved his own life. This shows that a good deed, no matter how small or insignificant it may seem at the time, can return to you in surprising and powerful ways. It encourages us to be kind to others, regardless of their status or our own, because we can never know when we might need their help in return. Kindness creates a cycle of positivity and builds connections that can prove invaluable when we least expect it. The lion's simple act of letting the mouse go was not forgotten, and it blossomed into a life-saving act of loyalty. It also teaches that even the smallest and weakest creatures can be of great help to the strongest. The lion, with all his power, strength, and fearsome reputation, was helpless when caught in the hunter's net. It was the small, seemingly weak mouse, with its tiny but sharp teeth, that possessed the exact skill needed to set him free. This teaches a valuable lesson about underestimating others based on their size or appearance. Everyone has unique strengths and abilities, and sometimes the most effective help comes from the most unexpected sources. The story reminds us to respect everyone, as we all have the potential to make a significant difference in our own way, proving that courage and usefulness are not determined by size.